Okay. No worries. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to get started now. And first and foremost, I want to give a big thank you to the Acting Minister for Seniors, the New South Wales Acting Minister for Seniors, Jeff Lee. He and his office have given us amazing support through this. We wouldn't have had anywhere near the success and the reach that we've had if it weren't for the Minister. So I do want to say a big thank you, and hopefully he might even come in for a cameo visit at the end. We'll see. We'll just see what we can organise. As I said before, if at any point today that you don't feel comfortable with any exercises, please stop. We only want you to do the exercises that are safe and appropriate for you. For those who are hearing impaired, we have the wonderful Della here from the Deaf Society. So thank you very much for the support from the Deaf Society, providing Della's services here today. We've had an amazing outpouring of support from so many of the different community groups, local councils, different seniors groups. It's just been phenomenal, the support for this. And we understand this is a really tough time. It's a tough time for seniors being isolated at home, and where everyone has banded together to create today's event. So thank you all very, very much. Okay, so we're going to get started with the exercises. We're going to start with some mobility exercises first, and then we're going to move into some strength exercises, followed lastly by some balance exercises. Again, just do what's right for you. I'll try and frame each exercise before we start to give you a bit of an idea of it, to make sure that it's right for you. So I'm going to be doing the easier version of the exercises, and Susie here is going to be doing a more advanced. So some of them you may feel that you want to do my exercise, but other ones you feel more advanced, so you can jump in and do Susie's exercise. It's up to you. You do what's right for you. So I'm going to get started by having a seat here, and we're going to do some stretches to start with. So the first stretch is for our neck, to get our neck moving better. We understand that a lot of people have stiffness and soreness in their neck. So this is a nice, easy way to get neck moving and help with any neck pain. If it does cause any pain, please stop immediately. This exercise is called yes, no, maybe. What you're going to be doing is putting your chin to your chest and then back up to the roof. Nice and slowly. Excellent. Forward and back. Great. You want to do that 5 times. If you feel any pain or discomfort, please stop it. You may hear some creaking or some noise in the joints. That's okay, as long as it doesn't hurt. Now we're going to be doing the no, which, as you do with the no, you're turning your head. Looking over your shoulders. Good. And lastly, maybe. Side to side. Now, maybe you don't get as much movement as the other ones, but that's okay. Just do what's right for you and what's comfortable for you. Excellent. Great. So that's getting the neck moving. Now we're going to move down the body into the shoulders and upper back. If you have had any shoulder injuries, please just go easy with this. I'm going to do mine seated again, and Susie's going to do her stretch up against the wall. So with my stretch first, what I'm going to be doing is placing my hands lightly behind my head. From there, I'm going to be moving the elbows back, as far back as I can comfortably, and then forward together. Okay. What Susie's going to be doing is she's going to be using the wall, putting a hand against the wall and then turning her body away to stretch that. Okay. So Susie will be holding her stretch for 20 seconds, whereas I'm going to be moving forward and backwards. Just nice and lightly. You should feel a good stretch through your upper back. Good. Excellent. Good. Okay. Good. Roll. Try and roll the shoulders forward and back just slightly. I can see an image that, yes, I am a bit nervous and sweaty here, so apologies, folks. The sweaty underarms. Good. Okay. Good. Last one. Good. And then just give a nice light shoulder roll at the end of that. Good. Now leave us a comment and let us know how you feel. In between the exercises, we do want to have a little bit of a break. So if you can, jump onto the comment section and let us know how you're going. Okay. Great. The next stretch we're going to do is for the hips and the hip flexor muscles in particular. So these muscles at the front of the hip here, they're a really powerful, strong muscle, and they're really important for your day-to-day function. But also they do get stiff when you sit down. We all know that feeling if you've been on a long car drive or a plane trip, though obviously not recently with the plane trips, but where you've been sitting for a long period of time and you get up and you feel like, oh, you got to stretch out. That's the hip flexor muscles. So we want to stretch out those ones there, as well as the buttock muscles. So Susie is going to be doing a standing hip flexor stretch. So she's going to be doing a lunge stretch to stretch out those hip flexors. Now, if you have had any hip injuries, obviously only do what's comfortable for you. What I'm going to be doing is a seated knee stretch, a seated hip stretch, where I cross my leg across my lap and then just gently pull it up towards my opposite shoulder. Okay. Like all stretches, we're going to hold this for 20 seconds. Good. Good. Okay. And then we're going to swap there, swapping sides. Good. I know some people's 20 seconds is different to others. Some people like race through the 20 seconds, try and get through it as much as possible. But with any stretch, you want it to be nice and slow and steady and work with your breathing. So it's just an easy breath in and out while you're doing it. Stretching should never hurt, should never cause pain. I did mean to say at the start too, we don't believe in the philosophy of no gain, no pain, no gain. That is not how we operate here at Active Seniors. You only want to do what's comfortable and what's right for you. Okay, good. I'm relaxing the legs down there. Okay, so we've obviously stretched the neck, the shoulders and upper back, and now into the hips. It's a really good way to get the body moving. That's something you can do every day. Stretches are something that you want to do every day to keep the body mobile and supple. Okay. Now we're going to move into some strengthening exercises. So we're going to start with the legs here. Now, for a lot of people, as they age, their thigh muscles will weaken, and that can put pressure on your knees. We obviously want to protect your knees, keep the thighs strong. That's going to help you getting up out of a chair. It's going to help you getting upstairs, going for long walks, walking up those steep hills, getting all those kind of things are going to benefit from strengthening the thighs, as well as then, as I said, protecting the joints. So what you want to do, for this one, I'm going to do this seated. Again, Susie's going to do this standing. And it's going to be a straight leg raise. So we're going to lift up the leg and straighten it out in front. Okay. So I'm going to do this seated, straightening out the leg. Now you can hold onto the chair, steady yourself. And you really want to concentrate on squeezing the thigh muscle while you do this. Good, we're going to do 10. Good. Good. And relaxing down. Did I count right there, Suze?
Yeah, I think you did.
I lost count there. I can hear my phone vibrating in the background here and just hoping everything's okay. So we'll do the other leg. Good. Straightening out. Good. Good. What are we up to, Suze?
That's number 7.
Yeah, that's what I thought. 8.
We're all very good at counting
Yeah.
here at Active Seniors.
Yeah.
We all seem to have the same trouble.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's one of the things that often when okay, so we'll give that a little rest there, and you can just have a little bit of a shake of the legs just to make sure. We're going to do that one again. Okay, we're going to do 10 on each side again. Now, if you feel like you're feeling any pressure in the back, slide back on the chair so you're resting back on it.
Or if you're doing my variation, don't lift your leg up as high.
Yeah, so Susie's variation, just lower the leg a little to make it easier. Okay. All right then, if you want a bit more challenge with my one, you can lift the leg off the seat as well. Okay, so let's go again. I'm going to lift the leg off the seat this time. Good. 2, I'll keep a closer count this time. 5, good. Almost there, 3, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Okay, have a relax there. I hope you're feeling that should be really activating that thigh muscle and getting some, I don't want to say burn in there, but definitely feeling that you've worked it. Next one. There. Good. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm relaxing down. Great, okay. So the next exercise we're going to do, I'm going to do a sit to stand, which is as it sounds. And what Susie's going to be doing is she's going to be doing a wall squat or a wall slide, where she's going to be going up and down the wall to do a squat. Okay, so again, Susie's is the more advanced exercise. If you don't feel that you're strong and through the hips and thighs, just stick to the sit to stand. With the sit to stand, if you feel like it's a struggle to get up out of the chair, you can use your hands with this exercise, but try not to if you can. It's more of a challenge, obviously, to use the body's muscles rather than the thigh muscles, rather than using your hands to push yourself. Okay, so when you're doing this, make sure the feet stay out in front. That's a really important point, and the weight goes down through your heels. If you're putting your weight through your toes, or in Susie's case, if your knees are coming out over your toes, it's going to put more pressure on the knees. So we want to make sure the weight is through the heels. So Susie has stepped forward off the wall by about a foot. Okay, just to give that a bit of an idea. If you've got longer legs, you're going to need it out a bit further just to make sure you're not going forward. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do mine with my arms crossed. Okay, from here, we're going to be coming up out of the chair and then slowly lowering myself down into the chair, squeezing the buttocks and the tummy muscles while I do this. Okay, come up, good, and down, good, and up again. Now we're going to aim for 10. But if you feel like 5 is enough for you, just stop at 5. That's fine. Just do what's right for you. Squeeze the buttocks at the top, slowly lower down. Squeeze and lower down. Squeeze, lower down. How many are we at, Suze? Yeah, that's good. I'll get that. One more. I was going to go 2 more. Good. I'm a bit more generous, obviously. Good. 1 more. Good. And down. Excellent. Okay. Have a rest there. Let the muscles, get the blood flowing back in the muscles. It's really important with strength exercises that when you're doing them, you just do what you can and then slowly try and increase. One of the mistakes people make when they're exercising is they go too hard, too fast. And then they end up feeling worse for it. They end up feeling stiffer or sorer after the exercises. What you want to do, particularly with strength, is slowly build it up. So say you did 5 of these today, and then you tried to do 5 of them, say at the end of the week or on the weekend. And then maybe the time after that, you try and do 6. Give another week of doing it, and then you try it and do 7. So you just slowly build up your strength exercises. It's much better that way than trying to push as hard as you can, feeling sore, and then going backwards with it. You also want to give yourself about 30 seconds between each strength exercise, just to let the blood flow back into the muscle to replenish it. Okay, so we're going to get started with that one again. Okay, so I'm going to go hands across the chest, and I'll make sure to keep count this time. Good. Coming up. Good. And down. Good. Coming up. And down. Good. Coming up. Good. Good. Trying to concentrate on keeping the weight through your heels. Good. Couple more. And last one. Great. Excellent. Okay. Have a little rest after that. You do deserve it. Okay. So what I'd recommend is if you haven't had a drink yet, grab a drink of water. We'll give yourself a little bit of time. And also, while you're doing that, grab your towel. If you haven't got a towel, please go and quickly grab one, and I'll give you a little bit of time before we start demonstrating the next exercise. Okay, good. Okay, all right. So we're going to move into an arm and upper back exercise now. So what we're going to do with the towel, you want to grab the towel about shoulder width apart. Okay, now, when you've got the towel there, what you're going to do is give it a slight pull apart. So you're trying to actually like tear the towel in 2. You're obviously not going to do that. Please don't. Or maybe there's some ultra strong people out there that could, but no, you're just going to put a little bit of tension through the towel. And that'll activate those shoulder and back muscles. Then from there, you're going to slowly lower down and then raising up. Okay. And you can see Susie's going higher than myself. Good. If you feel that's too much, just take a bit of tension out of the towel. Good. Good. Also make sure you keep a nice proud chest during this. Nice, good posture, really squeezing through the shoulder blades. Good. Good. All right, let us know how that feels. All right, have a little rest there. Again, do a bit of a shoulder shrug, a shoulder roll to relax that area. Good. As I said, have a little break there. Whatever movement feels good for you to do generally is the right movement. So I like this one, just a bit of a side to side, just to get that area moving through that mid-back, which is quite often a stiff area. One of the things about that mid-back area, if it does get stiff, it affects how well you can breathe because the ribs pivot off that part of the spine and that part of the back. So the better you move there, the better your ribs can open up, the better the lungs open up, the more breath into your lungs, which is also then better for your heart. It's putting less pressure on your heart. So not only is it a good exercise for strengthening you, it's good for your breathing and your heart as well. So win-win. Okay. So let's do that again. So pull them apart, pull the tail apart, and then slowly raise up. Good. We're getting many comments coming through, Carla.
Yes, lots of comments.
Lots of comments.
All over Australia.
People all over Australia. That is fantastic. Well, welcome everyone.
They're a bit worried about damaging their walls with Susie's squat. So they knew that they could do your sit stand if they could.
Yeah, please don't damage your walls or furniture, folks. Yep. It's great to hear everyone participating and having a good time with this. It's, as I said, been such a tough time. It's great to be doing something positive and part of something good. Good. And last one there. Good. Excellent. Okay. Great. So that has strengthened through the upper back and shoulder area as well. Now we're going to concentrate on the core. Now with this one, if you've had any lower back injuries or lower back issues, please be careful with it. Obviously, core is really important for your lower back. Make sure you don't do anything that puts any pressure on the back. So I'm going to slide back in my chair, and Sue's actually going to be seated this one as well. And what I'm going to be doing is a slow march, and then I'll explain Susie's exercise after I've demonstrated it. So what I'm doing is raise one leg at a time, and then as I lower one leg down, the other raises up. So they're both in the middle, just for a second or so, before I lower it down. Okay, that really requires your core muscles in through there. Okay, good. What Susie's going to be doing, she's going to be doing both legs at once. So if you want to demonstrate Susie, so she's going to be stringing out both legs, lifting up both legs at once. Okay, so here we go. Let's do 10 of those. I've already done 5 of mine. So if you're counting for mine, I'll give it a little bit of break in a minute. Good. Again, engaging the core muscles, tightening the tummy. Good. And relax. Whew. I don't know about you, but I found that difficult. I have to say that's one of the areas I tend not to focus on as much in my training. I know I should do more. I love my running and my cycling and swimming, but I always see fall to back. I know everyone has their favorites. So I don't know about you, Susie. I do like your workout.
Yeah, I must say I love a good workout.
Yeah, Susie's much stronger than me. I'm happy to admit it. I'm happy. She's the brains and all of the operation here at Active Seniors. Okay, so we're going to do that one again. Again, slow and controlled. Please stop if there's any discomfort. Okay. Good. And keep breathing too, folks. It's an easy one to hold on to your breath while doing these exercises.
And I'm corrected. We said hello to everyone around Australia, but we're also going to say hello to everyone around the world. We've got people that have said they're from New Zealand and the USA. New Zealand, South Africa. So Australians, aren't they?
So we've just heard we've got people from all around the world participating today. We've got those from the States, from New Zealand, from South Africa, which is fantastic. Obviously, it's great to have that reach. So hello to all our fellow internationals who are joining us here today. They must be really up early in the morning for South Africa. It must be a wee hours of the morning there, but it's great to see. Okay, So we've strengthened the core muscles. Now we're going to do a postural exercise. And I have to say, and if you've watched any of my videos before, this is my favorite exercise. So Susie's going to again show the more advanced version. That's if you want more range of movement through your arms and your shoulders. I'm going to be doing just the standing still version. So again, you need to use the wall. This time, what I want to make sure is you don't have, excuse me for 1 second while I get my towel out of the way. You don't have any picture frames on the wall behind you. So if you do, please be careful of them. We don't want you knocking any picture frames. What you're going to do is you're going to stand back on the wall, nice and tall. So heels, backside, shoulders and head, all back on the wall. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just turn my palms out and rest them back against the wall. And I'm going to do this for 30 seconds. What Susie's going to do is she's going to slide her hands up the wall. Okay. Now, Susie's exercise is called a wall angel. So that's my favorite. But this here is a really good exercise for a lot of people just to get those back muscles working. Good. Also, for those wearing a watch or rings, please be careful not to scratch your wall. If you've got a beautiful old engagement ring, just maybe spin it around the other way so it faces inwards. Particularly if your husband was very generous and bought you a good sized rock. Good. And lowering down. And then coming off the wall, again, have a little shrug, maybe shake the hands out, shake the legs out. Hopefully we've been working, as I said, those muscles at a good level for you. You should find these challenging. They're difficult to do, but you feel good doing them. And that should be the way with all exercise. Do it so it feels good. Okay, so we'll give it a few more seconds before we come back on the wall and we do that one again. Okay. So I really want to appreciate all those who've shared this with their friends and family as well. We've had a lot of people share these posts to get more people participating in today's event. So as I said, with over 7,000 registration, that's a lot of people coming together, as I said, at this difficult time and doing something positive. So I really want to say thank you for all those who've supported us to make today's event such a success. Okay, we're going to go back onto the wall again. So stepping back, again, I'm going to put my hands out beside. Susie sliding up. If you feel so inclined, you want a bit more of a stretch, what you can do is tuck your chin in as well. You should feel that pull. So you're keeping your head back on the wall, but you're tucking your chin in. Good. Good. Another 5 seconds. Great. And done, finish. Good. Fantastic. Okay, so you've covered a lot of strength exercise from the thighs, the hips, the core, the shoulders, and the back. You've worked it all today, which is fantastic. Now we're going to finish with probably my what I feel is probably the most important, which is working on balance. Now, balance is such a key area. And a lot of people, when they think of balance, they think of fall prevention. But for me, I know, and speaking to so many of our members over the years, when your balance is better, your life is better. You can do more. You can, I would usually say you can go out more. I know that's not appropriate for this current time, but you can do more with your life with better balance, as well as keeping you safe. Now, when you're doing any balance exercises, anytime, make sure you've got a wall behind you and a chair to hold on to. Okay, so I'm going to be doing, again, the easier version, which is a heel to toe stand. And then we'll come back to the other one. So we'll do a heel to toe stand. So I'm going to put one foot in front of the other, and after 30 seconds, I'm going to swap. Susie is going to stand on one leg. Now keep the chair close by so you can grab onto it if you need to. If you need it, tap on it and then try and bring yourself back. You want to challenge the balance, but you don't want to be unsafe. All right. Again, we want to hold this for 30 seconds. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay, and we'll swap sides now. You're doing well, folks. You're almost there. We're almost at the end. We've got some characters in the room with us too. The Minister, Acting Minister for Seniors, is doing his own balance exercises in the background here, giving us some entertainment. Good. Okay. Excellent. Okay. Coming there. So I'm going to have a seat for the last one. This is a really good one to finish off on. It's a really nice one, which is ankle mobility. The better your ankles move, sorry, get out of Della's way there. The better your ankles move and the better your feet move, the better your balance is. And it's also really good for circulation. So what I'm going to do is make some circles with my feet seated there. Hope you can see that clearly. You don't have to lift your foot up in the air. I'm just doing that to show. And what Susie's doing is she's just coming up and down on her toes. She's got the chair there for support if she needs it. Good. And make sure you go both directions with the circles with your ankles. Good. And then swap feet. Good. How are the legs feeling there, Suze?
Feeling really good. I love this exercise, Taylor. You
Yeah.
should know by now. Everyone should know by now. You're doing an exercise class.
Yeah, I was setting that up because this is Susie's favourite exercise that she's demonstrating. Good, and having a little rest there. Great. We've got one more to do before we wrap up, and that's just another variation of that again for me. I'm just going to come up and down on the toes in the chair, and Susie's going to do the calf raises. Okay. So when you're ready, go up and down. Good. So what this does, I was saying before, it not only gets more mobility in through your ankles and strengthens your ankle joints, which is really important for balance, but it also improves your circulation. The muscles at the back of the shins here, the calf muscles, they act as pumps and they pump the blood back up, particularly if you've been sitting for a long period of time. Good. Good. So just two more, and then guess what? All done. So I do want to give you a big round of applause. I can't clap because that affects my microphone, but I do want to give you a big round of applause. Thank you everyone for participating today. As I mentioned earlier, we've had 7,000 registrations now to today's event, which is just phenomenal. And again, I want to say a big thank you to all those who support us, all the community groups, all the local councils, the Deaf Society, the seniors, all the different seniors websites and everything that shared this and to make it such a success. But in particular to the Acting Minister, New South Wales Minister for Seniors, Jeff Lee. I want to welcome him on set. He's hanging in the background there. So I want to welcome him, and you can be picked up off my microphone here.
Well, thank you very much, Taylor. And can I say what a wonderful activity we had today, Australia's biggest online workout for seniors. Thank you, Taylor, and your team for what a wonderful over 7,000 people. And can I say to all the seniors out there, yes, times are tough at the moment, but we will get through this. Can I say that even though you may be social isolated, even though you may be stuck at home, you can still stay happy, healthy and active, and there's heaps of different things online. Yeah. You've proven it today, Taylor. Well done. Congratulations. On behalf of the New South Wales, can I say you've done a wonderful job. Can I say to all the seniors out there, there's heaps of different online activities on the Seniors Card website. Just go along there, have a look. Can I say, stay home, stay safe, stay healthy.
Yep, thank you very much. If I can just ask one favor for people now watching this today, please share it, okay? Please click the share button if you're on Facebook, or like it on YouTube, and spread this out to as many people as you can. Okay, you can watch this later. For those who haven't been able to watch this now, you share the video, people can watch it at any time later. Because I know a lot of people may not have been able to access it today, but they can watch it later today, tomorrow, or later this week. So we really want to share this with as many people as possible. And please stay tuned. We've got lots of videos on our website, on our Facebook page and our YouTube page. So you can go on there, all free. You can access them to help you stay safe and stay healthy during this time. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day and stay well. Good.
Well done, Taylor.
Thank you. All right to pause that. Are you right to pause that, Suze?
Thank you.
You can just go there in the meeting if you want. It's just that it abruptly cuts out. So
Well done,
we need
guys.
just a little bit of audio at the end.
Yeah.
Yep. All the comments.